So XAI just announced Grok 1.5 vision preview. This is Elon Musk's AI startup, and you'll see that this is actually on the XAI website, which is quite interesting. There's obviously some overlap between Tesla, Twitter, and XAI and SpaceX. It's a bit incestuous, but in a way that I'm guessing is going to help accelerate things pretty substantially. Also, XAI is raising investment right now. I've had multiple people in my inbox about raising money for XAI. So that's going on in the background as well. And so Grok 1.5, you can see in here, they're using right here, you can see it's a zero-shot setting without chain of thought prompting. So it's comparing GPT-4 with vision, Claude 3 in different capacities here, and Gemini Pro 1.5. And this end one right here, real world QA, which it's beating everything except for Gemini Pro, which is interesting. This is a new one that they actually developed. So you can see right here that they said, in order to develop useful real world AI assistants, it's crucial to advance the model's understanding. Towards this goal, we're introducing a new benchmark designed to evaluate real world spatial understanding. And it's no surprise that it's going to do well here. And this is actually where it's super exciting for Tesla, like basically XAI, to have all of Tesla's data, which they have the most vehicle data, in the world. I'm actually shocked that Gemini Pro got a 67.5, which is really not that much lower than 68.7. And this is a new unreleased model right here, and Gemini is doing so well. Not surprising that they beat out some of these others. So let's take a look at what it does. You can see right here in the first example, this is can you translate this into Python code? So let's look at this diagram. So to start, there is a target, which is a random number, read guess, which is probably an input of some sort, and if their guess is the same as the target, which is the random number, then it prints out you've won. If not, wrong guess, try again, and then there's a loop back. So this is pretty simple. They're asking Grok, can you translate this into Python code? Let's see, we've got guessing a random number. It's going through 1 through 10. It's printing things out, you've won, and then there's a loop back. So yeah, that I haven't run this, but it seems to work pretty well. I think OpenAI could do this as well. How many calories are in 5 slices of this? Okay, this one is going to be hard. This one I can see OpenAI, like GPT-4, failing. There's just too many things here, and it has to do math. So probably GPT-4 would bring this into Code Interpreter because it just can't actually do math without it a lot of times. So this one is, the serving slice is 3 slices and contains 60 calories. Yep, so I read that correctly. Then 5 slices would contain 100 calories. This is calculated first by determining calories per slice, and then multiply the calories per slice. Yeah, so that's right, and that's pretty darn good. I also like that it gives you the reasoning here, which is helpful to go back and understand what it's doing. So far, it's pretty impressive. So take a drawing for a bedtime story. My son drew this. Can you tell a short bedtime story? Land of adventure. There was a brave little boy named Timmy. Timmy lived in a cozy little house with his family. Okay, there's no house there, but sure. Exploring the world, an adventure, and a nearby forest. Okay, that's pretty inventive. There's no forest here. A magical river. Okay, and folded a paper boat. Okay, so we're getting the paper notepad and we're getting the boat, and then it floats away. Well, you know what? That's not too bad. It's not great, but it's not too bad. Explaining a meme. Okay, they probably have a lot of memes. If this is using Twitter's data set, it's probably exceptional. So the user says, I don't get it. Please explain. Oh, we've all been here, huh? So the image is a humorous comparison between startups and big companies. On the left side, labeled startups, there's a group of people working together to dig a hole. They're actively participating. The hole is already quite deep. On the right side, labeled big companies, there's a group of people standing around a hole. However, unlike the startup, only one person is actually digging the hole. while the others are watching or engaged in other activities. Okay, yeah, that works. Converting a table to CSV. Okay, they just took a screenshot of this table and they translated that to CSV. So just taking a look at this one, 1 gold. They got the 1s, 2s, 3s. We got the gold, silver, bronze. Interestingly, that none of gold, silver, and bronze is not capitalized. That's really weird. To me, that's actually a fail right there because it's clearly capitalized right here. So I don't know what went on there, but I'm surprised they use this example. We've got men's marathon. We got the dash T13, 11 September. Okay, so the dates look right, and all the rest is right, and then all the rest is capitalized. Right, so there's only one error, which is this beginning. Anyway, it's good enough, and it's way better than typing it. Help with rotten wood on a deck. So this is pretty good. So it doesn't have any context other than these holes are appearing around the screws in my deck. Is it rotten? Should I get my boards replaced? Okay, so right here, this is a cheat. I'm just gonna call this one out. If you were to just give it this picture and say, is it rotten? Or like, what's going on here? Like, actually, what's going on here on my house? That would be a much better example. But right here, you're not actually relying on the vision. You're saying holes are appearing around the screws. Is it rotten? Should I get it replaced? So actually, in this example, you don't even need a picture. It gives all the important information in this right here, and it has nothing to do with the image. So this one, I'm just going to say, is a complete cheat. I don't even care what it says because it's using this. Boo, thumbs down on that one. What's really cool about this is we have a bunch of great competition happening. We've got Grok, GPT-4, we've got Anthropic's Claude, and we've got Google's Gemini Pro. And they're all, achieving a pretty good, similar area. And this is just so great for competition, even though personally, I feel like I'm already kind of locked into the OpenAI ecosystem, not because I'm actually locked. I could rewrite the code in minutes using any of these. It's just I'm used to it. But it's amazing to see all the competition right now that's happening, and this is super good for consumers. Let's look at some of the real-world understanding. So it asks here, which object is larger, the pizza cutter or the scissors? A, the pizza cutter is larger. B, the scissors is larger. C, they're about the same size. So if we look here, the pizza cutter and the scissors, if you were to ask which is larger, I think a human would say they're about the same size. And that's what we get. That's amazing. Where can we go from the current lane? A, turn left. B, go straight. C, turn left and go straight. D, turn right. Okay, so let's just look at this. Where can we go from the current lane? So you can see, and this is going to be, this is Tesla data right here. I don't think anybody's going to be able to touch a question like this. So we're in this lane, and we see, and it's going to be reading signs. So 25, some sort of yield sign, left lane, must turn left. So it is getting that turn left. Yay! Given this front camera view from our sedan, do we have enough space to drive around the gray car in front of us? Given the front view, do we have enough space to drive around? Yeah. Actually, we don't have any idea because we don't know how big the car is. But we're giving it a prompt for a sedan, I suppose. So it's going to make some assumptions. So, okay. This one's hard to judge. Given the picture, in which cardinal direction is the dinosaur facing? North, south, east, west. So you can see here on this, it is pointing southwest. So if it's basically saying, if this is facing southwest, then you would know that this way is east. And it picks east. That's pretty good. Okay. It did a better job than me, and it did it faster, so good for them. They just straight up gave a zip file of real world QA. It's not even a link to GitHub. That's interesting. The data consists of anonymized images taken from vehicles. Yeah, like my Tesla. They're just taking images and using it, which is just crazy. All right, so that's 1.5. I would say I'm pretty excited about this. I've got mixed feelings about Elon. I've been a longtime follower of his, but obviously things have taken a bit of a turn in the last little bit. I love that there's more competition. He's creating almost industry-leading AI with a lot less resources and at a completely new company. So I would not bet against him. Obviously, Grok is the most controversial of the AI. Curious what you think in the comments. Thanks for listening, and give a thumbs up if you got this far, because that would be pretty surprising if anybody got this far.